Welcome to Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, the big, butch, manly pop culture podcast that likes to look at pictures of Connor Storrie. I'm Andrew Wheeler.
And I'm Shane Holland.
And in what might be the first of a new series, we'll see how it does, we are going to do a tier list that is all pictures of Connor Storrie, the star of Heated Rivalry and heartthrob of the world, the man with the most perfect buns that they had to make a commercial about them, and the man that everyone wants to photograph and drape their clothing on, who was a professional model before he became America's sweetheart / America's butt. So, yeah, we thought it was time to pay tribute to the beauty that is Connor Storrie.
Finally. We definitely haven't done anything like that yet. And by the way, you said, if this does well, anytime we mention Heated Rivalry, our views don't just like double or triple. It's like 10 times the amount of views we get on a regular video. So this is going to do pretty well.
Not that that's why we're doing it, obviously. We're doing it because we love.
We're doing it for the love of the game.
But yes, if this does well, and if people leave comments, maybe we'll do Hudson next, and maybe Francois, and maybe Robbie, GK, and then, who knows, Christina Chang after that. Anything to keep the ball rolling.
Or just like part 2, because you have a good group of pictures here, but it is not exhaustive.
It is not every picture of Connor Storrie. It is just 40 pictures of Connor Storrie, I think.
It's not enough.
41 pictures. I added a few more since you've last looked at it, possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, some more came out, and we're recording this at least a week before it will go live. So there will be even more pictures of Connor Storrie by the time this video comes out. So what can you do? We just have to keep looking at pictures of Connor Storrie.
Boo-hoo.
And we will try to give credit where due at every point here. But we're starting with one where the photographer's credit is not known. It is the Aporo jewelry advertising campaign, and it is one of his pre-fame photo shoots.
I demand that we cut in a picture of the Final Fantasy VI character Kefka right here, because my God, this man is a villain. And he's beautiful, and he's a clown, and he's dangerous, and he might end the world as we know it, and I love this picture.
I should say what the tier levels are before we decide where it goes.
Oh, yeah, right.
Down at the bottom, we have skip it, which means, scroll past. Then we have like it, which is, engage on social media. Save it, that means right-click, save to desktop. Print it, which I have a few printed out pictures of Connor Storrie, let's just say that.
Just a couple. And
then lick it, which, one level up from printing off the picture is to actually just spend some quality time licking the picture. I think that's fairly self-evident.
So revealing about you.
What? No, everyone does this. All right. Tell me where you think this photo belongs of villain-era Connor Storrie.
I mean, part of me wants to say lick it, but this is definitely printed.
All right. We will put him there. This could end up being a very top-heavy tier list. That's all I'm going to say. There's a lot to look at. This is another pre-fame photo shoot, I believe. Ash Gupta, I don't know for what magazine or organ this photo was taken, but Ash Gupta with some intimate Connor Storrie moments, first of which is this tongue-out picture.
I am going to say like it. For me.
Yeah, I think that's fair. It's a perfectly ordinary heathered grey t-shirt. The hair is giving, the face. He has a very elastic face, which is one of the more shocking things about him. Like, his face isn't just placid, which is why he's such a chameleonic actor, I think. But he can be that sort of tight, poised face. And this is very much more of the clown side of the character. But yeah, like it. It's a likable picture. Also from Ash Gupta, this completely different vibe. The eye makeup doing its work, and the hair drawn like curtains. I don't think it goes higher than I like it.
I'm so worried about saying something wrong. This is a skip it.
Okay. Sorry to Ash Gupta. I can't disagree with you. I think there are other photos that capture the mood of that vibe better.
Agreed.
Okay, the next few photos come from GQ Hype magazine and were taken by Callum Walker Hutchinson. The first is this picture of Connor lifting a trophy, hoisting it up in a quite unnatural way, but in a way that allows his t-shirt to pull up just slightly, revealing that treasure trail.
This is the Victorian ankle reveal of the picture. This is doing something for me. This could be a lick for me.
Hey, I think there's more to come, so I'm going to say print it.
Okay, I will compromise there.
I get the vibe. I've only picked one other. Picking photos from these photo shoots is a wonderful chore to have. I tried to limit it to like 3 pictures maximum from any one photo shoot. So I only went over that a couple of times. In this case, I only picked 2 photos that I thought captured the vibe of the photo shoot. So this one, I think, goes in print it. The next one might make more of a case for lick it, though it does give more away. It's less Victorian. This is the photo that people have compared to like woodcuts
Calvin Klein
of the devil or Michelangelo's pictures of Lucifer or someone's version of Lucifer. Like the eyes are there, lying down, hand near mouth, wearing just white underwear, I think.
Yeah. Okay, you're right. This is a lick.
This has already become an iconic photo, I think, of Connor Storrie.
Absolutely.
CAO Cosmetics. CAO? I don't know how you say it.
I love it. This is such a cool picture. We don't really see him in short hair in most of the media that I've seen. So
True.
I think that's striking in itself. The makeup choice is really fascinating. He looks like one of the characters from Mad Max that sprays the silver nitrous on their face.
Giving a bit more Rutger Hauer than Patrick Swayze this time.
Ooh, yeah. I'll say save it because I really like this, but I'm not about to print it out.
Yeah, I think that's fair. It's a weird photo, but it definitely says something, and that's fashion, baby.
Yeah.
We have 4 pictures, I think, from Cass Bird's shoot. So these photos are all from a shoot for Vogue Adria by Cass Bird, and it's a really like dreamy, gorgeous photo shoot, as this first picture shows. Connor Storrie dressed in a what do we call that? A turtleneck, or do you call it something else?
A turtleneck.
That's
a turtleneck.
Camel-colored turtleneck, high-waisted, pleated pants, and holding a marigold, catching the sun of the desert behind him. It's a very dreamy photo and very sort of, I don't know, it's like a modern-day Apollo kind of vibe to it. I think it's very pretty.
I mean, this reminds me of every GQ I purchased when I was in high school in the best way possible. Like those pages were worn, baby.
Good to know.
Yeah. This is going to be.
Who would have been in those pages? We're talking Chris O'Donnell or?
Yeah, definitely Chris O'Donnell. But honestly, it was more like unnamed Swedish model number 7. Yeah. God, there was this one issue about the hot Swedes. I'll never forget it. Anyways, this is great. This is a really beautiful photo. Yeah. I think this is also a save it.
I would edge up to print it in my head. Do you think I'm being too generous?
No. I don't know. It's the skin, I feel like, is what takes it from save it to print it and then lick it. Like, I think those are the degrees that I'm thinking.
Okay, so you think there's not enough nudity in this photo, but there is body. Like he's serving body.
I know. Okay, let's put it in print it, and then we'll see what that category looks like towards the end.
Okay. Yeah, I may be being overly generous. That was always a risk here. Same photo shoot, bit of a Mad Men vibe, different high-waisted pants and a sort of silk blouse with a silk kerchief or tie and a cigarette in mouth. Let me just say straight off the bat here, it is dangerous that we are living in this cultural moment where smoking is being presented as sexy again.
Look,
it's
the world is ending.
It's Hudson Williams.
We have nothing. We have to have something. We need to have a vice that we can allow.
Like I think Taz Skylar smokes. You've got the character smoker in One Piece as well. Like just a lot of hot boys smoking right now. and
And
they need
hot
to
women
stop.
smoking too. I mean, yeah, it's gonna
Yeah.
kill them. Okay, this is a great picture, and I absolutely love the composition, but I think this is a like it for me.
Okay, yeah, I can go with that. I think that's fair. There are, yeah, I picked 4 pictures from this photo shoot because I think it's a really strong photo shoot, but nothing's, and we're grading on a curve the whole time. Speaking of that curve, look at the curve of this
My God.
open-necked, what is that, a Henley? Like, that is the most
Mhm.
scoop-necked Henley I've ever seen in my life, and the most
I
clingy
didn't know
Henley.
that
This
they
is,
went down that far.
for mere mortals, I think they don't, but for Connor Storrie, they just get the scissors out and snip, snip. So this is Connor in a straw cowboy hat with the classic piece of wheat sticking out of his mouth and wearing, as I said, a very clingy Henley that is showing the full décolletage.
Oh, this is tough. This is tough. This could be a lick it. Yeah,
It's high end for me.
yeah, yeah.
It's
Is it
it's at least a
lick it?
printed.
It's at least a printed. Let's put it in lick it. I think this is the lick it. There's
Okay.
something really tantalizing about the amount of chest that he can fit in that shirt.
You sound like straight men all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Final picture from the Cass Bird Vogue Adria shoot, and I think I just really like the costuming in this one. Do you want to describe the photo?
Yeah, he's wearing uh jeans with a wide belt and a very simple white undershirt. He's got a dark, is it denim jacket?
Can't tell if it's denim or maybe corduroy.
It's definitely a well-textured jacket in a dark
Yeah,
color. It could be navy or black. And then he's got this beautiful checked black and white scarf, kerchief.
yeah.
Uh, and he's like resting his arm on a saloon door. It looks like he's just flicked his cigarette. Yeah, this is another really beautifully like posed photo of him.
Yeah.
I
The
think
kerchief
this
really sells it.
the kerchief really sells it, absolutely. I think I'm gonna put it in save it. And I just want to say save it for me is a great tier. Like this is the tier
Yeah.
that all of the Kiefer Sutherland photos that I had growing up belonged in. Like the background of my computer was Kiefer Sutherland leaning against a wall with one leg propped up and a cigarette hanging out of his mouth. And that thing got me through college. So this is in that wheelhouse.
My word. I'm gonna have to keep you away from Kiefer Sutherland because we know he lives in this city.
A friend of ours is like 1 degree of separation away from Kiefer Sutherland, and
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna get an invite by the end of this. He's dangerous.
Psychopath
He's
behavior.
gonna make me do terrible things. Keep me away from that man.
Okay, next up for Cultured Magazine, Christian Coppola. This was quite an extensive photo shoot with like 3 or 4 main looks in it, but I really went with the sluttiest 2 looks. The first of which is the less famous of the 2, shall we say, which is Connor Storrie as basically a lifeguard in a hotel bed, just red shorts and a whistle around his neck, and
I
lying there in
did
a very come hither way.
I did for a second think that was a rosary. I did zoom in and see that it was a guard whistle, but for a second I did think that we were going in that direction, which I also would have been fine with. Look,
Yeah, he could do a Madonna
lifeguard.
photo shoot.
Yeah. What can you say about a hot lifeguard that hasn't been said in a million podcasts or television programs?
He's giving the fantasy. The fact that he's in a hotel bed, like, oh, this is a holiday hookup. But this is
Yeah.
the hot lifeguard coming straight from duty
The
to
cabana.
your hotel
Yeah.
room.
I guess lifeguards
Mother.
shouldn't be hanging out in the cabanas. They should probably be on the chairs.
Yeah,
Anyway.
they should be working.
Get back to work.
Do you hear a child screaming? No, I don't hear anything at all. If they're
Man.
screaming, they're fine. They can breathe.
That's right, actually. It's when they go silent that you have to get into action.
That's right.
Is this a printed or is this a lick it? I feel it's hard because I'm kind of looking ahead too.
Uh-huh. You kind of have to in a way. There's
Yeah.
so
Okay,
much
this is
good juice to come.
No, this is a printed.
Yeah, I agree with that. Partly because the second Christian Coppola photo from the same shoot, but a different vibe, I think is one of the most lick it photos that Connor Storrie has ever taken, in which he's wearing
nothing,
a
almost nothing,
kerchief,
a kerchief,
almost nothing,
a mankini, and the sky. It like we call that the belt of Venus in astronomical terms. Isn't that a lovely word? It's one of my favorite like
That is,
phenomena. So you've got like the orange band that like that gradients out from yellow to blue, and he's standing at the foot of a lake or the ocean, and he's just framed right in the
yeah, the
center.
ocean.
And God,
You've got Girdle of Venus at the top and Girdle of Apollo at the bottom of the photo. A little bit of everything. I mean, the body is tea. This is an incredible physical specimen, this man. And this photo really gives it to you, pardon the expression. And the angling of the shoulders, of the chest, of the hips. It's a work of art.
yeah.
Can you buy me down from a licket? Can you persuade me that it deserves
No,
anything
I don't
less?
want to. Why do you want me to?
I don't want you to. We're going pre-fame. I hear Christina Adrianna, who has taken a few pictures. I think is a friend of Connor Storrie's, but also a professional photographer. So I think she's taken a few pictures of him before he was famous. So I don't know what this was for, but I liked this photo among the various shoots that they've done. Another cowboy hat, but the costume is not cowboy hat. How would you describe that?
Like Chapel Roan concert goer or maybe Orville Peck.
Maybe.
Like the leather gloves all the way up to the elbow, and then what looks like a leather vest and some chaps.
Maybe.
Are they chaps? Zooming in. I'm zooming in. Well, he's got a nice ass, I can tell you that much.
Oh,
It might even be a corset down there.
interesting.
Like I see lace at the back. And so that tells me it's a corset. Yeah. And also it's a little see-through. And I'm so sorry for what my face is doing on the camera now. But I am like trying to angle
No one's
my
looking
head.
at our faces.
And like doing a very like, yes, queen movement with his arms.
And
I mean, this is
finger bite.
and
Very
a finger
sexy.
bite. Very sexy. This is a save it. That feels rude, but it's another one in like it's just another one in like this really interesting composition mode that he's in often. Like he looks beautiful, but it's more about like I think it's like you said, the elasticity of this man.
He's one of the most photogenic people I've ever seen. So every picture of him seems to be a good picture. Like, let there be no question that these are all pretty good pictures, at least, at minimum.
Yeah.
Also from Christina Adrianna, you know this is at least a print it from me because I have this photo printed out in the living room in a beautiful frame next to a picture of Hudson Williams in another beautiful frame. So, yeah, just the way these very tight, unzipped pants are clinging to his body and he's wearing nothing else.
And
hands on hips, shoulders.
Too.
Yes, nude colored pants to his flesh tone. And yeah, the shoulders are giving shoulder. It's very statuesque.
This is the kind of art that Russians used to sell communism to homosexuals. And that is the highest praise that I can give it. This is a licking.
Again, a lot of skin on display, but that seems to be a worthy theme for the lick it section of the post.
Yeah. Yeah. Will any of the shirtless mankini underwear shots not be in Lick It? That is going to be the test.
Yeah, like
we got the lifeguard one, but those are
the
shorts.
Lifeguard photo is yeah. Like I don't think anything's going below print it, at least in the naked. Well, let's see how we feel about this one. Claire Bishara.
Okay.
I think this is a shoot for a product or service. And he's wearing maybe nothing at all except a hat, his hair hanging down like King Charles Spaniel ears, and a peace tote bag covering the thing we all came to see.
And there's also a gun.
Yeah, is that a gun? A glue gun, maybe?
It's
someone with long, sharp red nails holding what I think is a glue gun, but who knows? This is a very odd photo.
This is an odd photo. God. This is a skip it for me.
Yeah, It's a little too quirky. I think maybe it sold its product well, whatever the product was, or maybe that's a
I'll bet
bad
it
sign
did.
that I can't tell. But yeah, it's just okay. Corey Myers next, another person who got to photograph Connor at least a couple of times, I think, before he was famous. And Corey's photos seem to be very on the Abercrombie and Fitch end of the spectrum, which was what got me through college on my end, I have to say.
Yeah, I get it. I could never afford to shop in Abercrombie and Fitch, but boy, did I love to stand outside the doors of the Abercrombie and Fitch and look at the model.
The only thing I ever bought from Abercrombie and Fitch was the quarterly, so that I could afford.
This is this might be a save it for me because actually it might even be a like it for me. The pants are not doing it for me. It's just they're
Mm,
very of a time and he's just not doing anything like particularly interesting with his body in this photo
that's
that I
true.
see in the other photos of this caliber.
I think the hair is the most interesting part. It's his long hair, but it's slick back,
Smooth
wet
back,
look hair with
yeah,
a little curl.
just a little curl.
Like, looks fabulous. But I think you're fair to say, what do you say? Like it? Save it?
Like it, like it.
Like it. We got to keep those rows busy. Okay, one of the biggest post Heated Rivalry photo shoots in terms of both impact and the sheer number of photos taken is the Doug English photo shoot for Behind the Blinds magazine, for which some additional photos dropped just in the last few days as we record this, which is to say that the copies of the magazine finally showed up in people's mailboxes, and so they were able to share photos that hadn't been seen online. Doug English is one of my favorite photographers working in Hollywood today. He is very good at shooting boys. He did my favorite KJ Appa photo shoot, very college boy fantasy and very like tongue in cheek. And there's one picture of KJ Appa trying to catch a football while leaping onto a bed that has just stayed with me. Here we see Connor Storrie coming out of his clothes and he's doing just fine. And pulled down tie, an open shirt, pulled down pants, revealing that he is wearing a white jock.
Oh my God. I mean, homosexual. This.
We don't know.
Okay, fair. Sorry.
We're pretty confident.
We're pretty confident. We've seen those videos. Oh, is this a print it or a lick it? I mean, I know which part I want to lick, and it is the exposed part
Hell.
right by his thumb. And I love the fashion. Like the fashion is amazing. It's so like it's just like the color, the blue of the jacket and the design on the jacket, and then the is it like camo green or is it pattern green? It's so hard to tell on my
I think it might be embroidered, those sort
oh
of
my
lizard
God.
colored pants.
Lizard. Yeah. Scaly. I don't know. I love it. Uh God, this is tough. Is it a printed? This might be a printed just because of how high fashion it is.
Yes, I think that's right. Like it all the sex element of the photo is very strong because of the jock, but it is still kind of hidden, which is part of the sexiness as well. I'm sure there are a lot of people that look at this photo and don't know he's wearing a jock. We know.
We know.
We know.
Maybe.
Doug English again. This is a very high fashion photo. The body shape is classic Connor Storrie. The hair slicked back. A polka dot shirt, which is, I don't know, is the polka dot shirt shaped or is it just his shape that's creating that extraordinary shape? Like how fitted is this?
Honestly, it's giving me like Victor Victoria in a way.
Ah,
Like very
but
blousy and feminine, but also well, no, sorry. It's very androgynous. It's actually maybe it's even more Annie Lennox than it is Victor Victoria.
yeah. But also a little bit like Max Fleischer Superman cartoon. Like it's a very
Mm,
graphic editorial look. Like the shape is so clean. High waisted pants again. This man is born for high waisted pants. And he's giving us a look. Describe the look.
I mean, he is pointing to his headache and his brow is furrowed. And is he looking away from? No, he's looking at the camera and he's just smoldering.
Yeah. Like it's tempting to sort of divide his work into this looks like Connor Storrie and this looks like Ilya Rozanov. I don't think this looks like either. This is a third guy.
Yes, this is the
This might
third
be the
man.
guy. This is the guy from the SNL door handles, car door skit.
Yes.
That's the vibe.
I
I
mean,
might have to rewatch that skit.
this is beautiful. I think this is a save it because it definitely falls in that I'm doing something weird with my body and I'm wearing something you've never seen before.
Doug English continues. I think I did 5 photos from this photo shoot. Not sorry about it. I'll let you describe the photo.
Okay, he is wearing leopard print pants. He's got a gray cardigan with a violet collared shirt underneath and a very loosely tied baby blue tie. He's got his hair completely slicked back except for 3 strands draped artfully over the center of his brow. And he's once again brow slightly furrowed and looking slightly off to the side and into the distance. And he's also hanging out in front of the pool. What looks like an infinity pool.
Yeah, I think that might just be the blur. This photo is about lips for me. Like the lips are very centered in the photo and very pursed and perfect. He has such incredible lips.
Yeah.
It was the first thing that I noticed about Connor Storrie was like I was obsessed with his lips before I could start paying attention to the rest of his face. And so this photo feels like it's honoring the extraordinary architecture of this man's mouth and what it do.
What that mouth do? Well, we've seen partially.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also I think we have to mention like the cheekbones look incredible in this picture. There are shots of Connor Storrie where he looks a little sunken and not in a bad way, not in like a struggling kind of way.
In a chic way.
In a very chic way. But here, I don't know if it's the lighting, but they just look so angular and, oh my God, it's very like statuesque, I would say.
Yeah, and pretty.
Pretty, my
pretty. Pretty.
I think
it's at least a save it.
I was gonna say I like it, but if you say save it, I can agree with that.
I think the mole is what clinches it for me. He has famous moles, and the fact that we can see one of them just at the edge of the face there is a winner for me.
All right.
Now, this is a photo that just dropped. Like yesterday, I saw this photo for the first time and knew that I had to add it to the tier maker list. This is also Doug English, and this is giving us Miranda Frost as a slutty boy.
My God. Lick it. Lick it. Lick it. Sorry. Sorry, that just escaped me. The fencing épée, the green booty shorts, the high sock, like the knee-high socks, and the like Venus-like pose is damn.
Like is that a contrapposto? I think it might be the pose. Very close to one. Yes. Absolutely gorgeous pose, but also just one of the sexiest pictures I think I've ever seen in my life. Like those shorts, the white socks, just the general air of like you're beneath me.
Of his thighs. Good
God. Yeah. And that treasure trail again. It's got to be a lick it. Like it's just too good.
Without a doubt. Like that's just too good. It's God, what you said, Miranda Frost. You know how.
Yeah. I stacked the deck.
Yeah, you say that, and I can't get it out of my head. It's just too perfect.
He would be such a good Bond boy. I think he would be an incredible Bond boy. I need it to happen. The last one from the Doug English photo shoot. This one has Connor wearing an open shirt, or 2 open shirts, I think.
2 open shirts?
Like he's basically wearing pajamas over a denim shirt and flip-flops and a foot tattoo that I don't remember seeing before that looks like a snake. And he's leaning on a giant volcanic orange pot in what looks like a Marrakesh bazaar, you know?
Yes, yeah. Love the vibe. Love the vibe. I'm going to say this is a like it for me because I see a lot of similar poses where he is wearing less.
Yeah, I think this looks like a very good hang. And I do think, again, the mole sorry, I should say beauty mark. That's what we say when it's a model, right? It's a mole. The mole is like getting a real good framing here, but yeah, there are still better photos.
When you see someone like this who has one mole, and then you look at your own face and you're like 17 moles, God, some people just really luck out.
Yeah. I think he does have another mole on his face, but it's like always in the shadow of the photo, and he has a lot of moles on his body. So, mole representation.
I'm a
Thank
mole
you,
rat, baby.
Connor. Yeah, thank you for making us mole people feel beautiful. This one, Ezra Petronio. I do not remember what this was for.
I like it. I love the style. Uh, he's wearing a matching cream beige
Beige, I
jacket.
think.
This is, yeah, beige jacket and pants, and a light mustard yellow shirt underneath with a dark auburn, almost gold tie.
The overall effect is definitely golden. Like the colors together sort of become an Apollonian golden suit.
Yeah, the
It's
whole
Executive Apollo.
effect, Executive Apollo, very sun god. This is, I like it.
Like it, yeah. He's making rolled up sleeves in a suit work for the first time since the 80s, which is shocking
Yeah,
to me. But yeah, it doesn't rise above a like it. Okay. Fidel Gonzalez for, I think it's called XIOX magazine. And this again is pre-fame. And there's a lot to describe here, but what stands out to you?
the bodysuit hidden
Mm-hmm.
by some hippie pants really sticks out
Yep.
to me. The circular glasses, the long flowing hair, the fact that this looks like it was taken on the top of a double-decker bus, but the one that runs through Times Square, not the one that runs through Piccadilly Circus.
Yeah. Yeah. It's giving like Carnaby Street vibes, but transported to New York.
Yeah, definitely that. I mean, this is a really queer photo,
Yeah.
but like counterculture queer. I mean, I guess you could say queer
Mhm.
is counterculture, but you know, it like I'm a hippie gay. I do acid on my
Yeah.
friends.
I'm a little bit exhausting. A lot of jewelry going on here, actually. I think
Lot.
that's worth calling out as well. And what is he wearing around his neck? Is it just another kerchief?
I think so, or a scarf, or like a thin
Maybe a
scarf
scarf.
even,
Yeah, very
and
boho
bangles.
chic.
The bangle is falling off of him. Like, how long did
Mhm.
it take to place that perfectly?
It's
This,
gorgeous.
it's gorgeous. I
And
like
bodysuit is
it.
so like shaping, giving you a beautiful impression of his physique.
Yeah. Is it a save it or is it a
But
like it?
I think
I think this is a
I
like
would
it.
go up.
You want
Say
to say
again?
save it?
I could be persuaded either way. I think it's so stylish, but we do have to be discriminatory, I suppose.
I mean, yeah, we're gays. We have to be discriminatory.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is like it because it's really fascinating, but it doesn't turn me on.
I'm putting it at the high end of like it.
Great.
Same photo shoot from Fidel Gonzalez. This is a very Lestat coded photo. The long
Yeah.
hair is giving Lestat. The body being like, this is the leanest I think I've seen him. Like, it's a bit heroin chic. He's peeling out of a shirt, and I don't know how to describe what he's doing with his other hand. He's
Is he
holding his
creating a
trousers.
bulge? Yeah.
It's curious, and he is also being cut diagonally by the shade of the sun. So
And
again,
I think
very vampiric.
he's wearing a metallic choker with a chain that drapes
Oh, he
around
is.
one tit, which is,
No
but
nipple
it also
piercing in
has
this photo.
it has the effect that is like head is sliding off his body.
Mm.
It's creepy, and I kind of like it.
Yeah, this one doesn't turn me on. The vibe is not my vibe, but I appreciate it, as I appreciate any picture of Connor Storrie.
Is this a skip it? Is this a like it?
I think if you like it, it's a like it.
I like it.
Next, another pre-fame photo shoot. Jazeel Gayle. This is very much.
Rosenov.
Sorry?
This is just his Rosenov. Like you can hear the voice coming out of what he's doing with his hand.
Right, yeah. But the dress style is very much the most beautiful boy in the world from Death in Venice. Like, it's a very Luciano Visconti. Is that his right name? The vibe is very much, beautiful boy. The fact that you can see a hotel cart off to the side, also tells you that this is, another vacation lust object. And he is wearing the biggest cravat ribbon thing that a boy has ever
Scotty
worn.
cravat. Yeah, it's a gorgeous cravat. And once
It's
again,
probably a
the
full
mole,
scarf,
yeah, the
like a
mole
silk
is
scarf tied.
literally in the center of the picture. Maybe just a slight touch off, but it is in that Fibonacci sequence of the picture in the dead center.
Right. Yeah, I like it.
I like it. I don't know if I would save it.
I think like it is fine. I think it's a very nice picture. Okay, Luigi and Iango. I don't know how to say that name. Luigi and Iango. This photo shoot was for VMan magazine. This is maybe the other biggest sort of photo shoot in terms of reach and impact. And we start with him peeling out of a very tight see-through shirt, and there is something around his waist. I couldn't tell you what, mainly because I'm looking at his exposed belly and chest.
It does appear to be like the tiny belts that women used
Yeah.
to wear in the late aughts that didn't really do anything. And I'm
Well,
okay
it's not
with
doing
that.
anything here.
It's
Just
not doing
drawing my
anything
eye.
here. Well, it's doing something. I think this is a printed.
It's gorgeous. It is showing you the moles on his body. There's a little bit of a connect the dots that you could do here on this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the first thing I would do if I had this man in this position. Yeah, I think it's aesthetic, it's editorial, I think it's printed. Next from Luigi and Iango, a very punky look.
Wow.
Like he's basically dressed like Rocksteady or Bebop. The hair is giving punk. He has, I don't know what around his neck. Like that's not a dog tag. That's something. Is that his purse?
Is it a camera?
It might be a camera. The black jeans are sliding off his waist, and he's wearing buccaneer boots. It's a lot.
Oh yeah,
but I love it.
It's a lot. I mean, I love this fashion. That's really gorgeous. Yeah. I love the black leather vest, which we've seen another black leather vest in these photos, but this one, it's on full display. It is the piece.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the pants are the piece, or maybe it's a boot. I don't know. All of it, actually. This is or is it a save it? I think this is.
I would say it's a printed.
Okay. Yeah, this is a printed.
Is that what you were going to say?
So I was torn between the two, but it's just so different. And like, maybe it's the hair, but we haven't seen a hair on him like this yet. And
yeah, the hair is crazy, but it works. And also, I just think the way his body is in motion here, and it's giving you a completely different shape. But it's so him.
Yeah.
More from Luigi and Iango. We have a couple of real body shots to finish their section of the photo shoot for VMan. Here he is peeling out of, it looks almost like a catsuit, but I think it is separate denim, like Canadian tuxedo look.
Yeah.
Beautiful faded denim shirt and tight denim pants. And he is tearing it open to show you that he is not Superman.
And just a simple chain, tiny simple chain around his neck. Love that. I mean, God, this is another beautiful picture that makes it look like a statue.
Yeah.
But it might be a save it for me just because, like, I've seen the pose before. The a denim a Canadian tuxedo, it's not really for me.
Yeah, I'll go with you on that one. I think it's a great photo.
Yeah.
But we'll see better. We've seen better and we will see better. The final one from Luigi and Iango is very much just body.
This is what I was expecting from that last picture. This is the result of that last picture.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I got my jacket off. Now I'm comfortable.
He's also lost the chain, which is a shame.
Well, it got caught and just came off.
Yeah, stuck in the cuff.
You don't want that thin little chain to distract from this thin, gigantic body.
He's almost too jacked. It's so, like, he is so athletic. It's crazy. His waist is so narrow and those jeans are so low. And I want to lick every part of it.
Are full. This is a lick it. Yeah, there's just no denying.
Another pre-fame photo shoot.
Right now, those two photos that we just talked about are on top of each other, and it just looks perfect.
It's great. Those crossing those wrists. Let's do it, baby. Marina Mir, another pre-fame photo shoot, and I had to pull this photo out from Marina Mir's
The archives.
portfolio because it's so good.
This is so good. I mean, he's wearing a black beret and a black corset and a black skirt, and I think, and it's just his chest, his pectorals and arms exposed.
Yeah.
It's so French. Yeah, I love it.
And he's at the beach,
And he's
leaning
at
against
the
a rock's face.
Yeah,
It's
this looks
very
like it's coming from New Wave cinema, and he's
yes.
about to break out into a dance routine.
He's gamine, he's French, he's lugubrious, he's bored. Yeah, so French.
Where's the cigarette?
And just so beautiful. It's so bored.
Let's dance. This is a save it, but that's because of where it falls in terms of strange composition, wearing something weird, and I love it. And I would want it to flick across my screen.
Okay, I will put it in save it. Yeah, that's acceptable to me. Mary Ellen Matthews, these are promotional photos, 2 of them from his time hosting SNL. I should say I've avoided, there are no screenshots, screen captures in here. Nothing that's from him in motion. They're all photo shoots, even if there was a photo taken at an event, which is the case for at least one of these photos. And these were promotional photo shoots taken by Mary Ellen Matthews, who I believe is the in-house photographer for SNL promo. And here he is dressed as the MC from Cabaret in a perfect tuxedo with his eyebrows stuck down and painted over and new pencil-thin eyebrows drawn across the top. Bit of blush on the cheeks, bit of lippy on the lips, and a cigarette hanging dolorously from a sneering lips. What do we think?
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. God, the SNL promo shots are always gorgeous. They just do such fabulous
they do
work.
A great job.
Some of the best, like, portrait photography.
Yeah,
happening.
Honestly.
And yeah, this is another really interesting photo that I like, and I might save. I don't know if I would print it though.
I think that's fair. Yeah, I think it's a great photo. You are losing a bit of Connor Storrie in the makeup, but also it's telling you a different side of Connor Storrie. But like, it's less sexy to me.
It's that like it's again that beautiful like androgyny that he's able to pull off.
It's a great character photo.
Yeah, exactly.
The other picture I pulled from the SNL shoot is Connor wearing a dunce's cap, sitting in a school desk chair, wearing I'm going to say,
quite oversized
lime velvet suit with black gloves and black boots. And I think no shirt, but a black scarf and a white dunce's cap. Did I mention the dunce's cap? I probably did.
You did. Wow. Connor and scarves. He must be requesting them at this point. I actually look really good.
He knows they work for him.
Yeah.
But then everything does.
Yeah.
But if they worked for me, I would be wearing scarves all the time as well. Maybe I will anyway. What the hell?
If you just start wearing them every day, then you become known as the scarf person. And then people will expect it. Yeah. There goes that mole person, scarf person.
To my subterranean lair. Ooh. Scarf keeps me warm in the cold, windy night.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's talk again about the beautiful people that we can't touch.
Yeah. This is a like it. Sexually, it's just not doing it for me, and I don't think it's meant to. And I think it's a very cute picture.
Yeah, very nice picture.
I just said what I meant by sorry. I just said how wonderful SNL is at portraiture, but it's also amazing that both of the pictures that you just displayed here are not sexual. And you look at like 2/3 of all of the pictures that we have of him here, and they're all incredibly sexual. I mean, that's America, baby.
he is a sex siren. Like, that is the role that he is, thank God, fulfilling in society. He knows he's sexy and he absolutely plays it up. Like the fact that he did that commercial that was all about how big his bum is. Yeah, he's leaning into it, and God bless. Like, let's see a man own his sexuality the way women have had to for so long.
Yeah.
Parker Burr, this was a photo taken, I think, at the Vanity Fair party.
Wow.
Or no, sorry, the Actors Guild Awards party.
Oh.
But I think the photo was taken for Vanity Fair. I could be making things up, who knows? But this suit is the one he wore at the Screen Actors Guild, the Actors Awards after party. And the way he wears it, with one collar folded in and the other flat, I think is gorgeous. I think this is an Ilya photo to me. He looks so dominant and commanding and handsome in this pinstripe black suit, legs crossed, hand in pocket. It's just captivating.
It is the pinstripes for me that do it. It just makes him seem really long, and I guess that's the point of a pinstripe. But
Right.
like it's so simple and so striking, and I just love the one upturned collar. It's such an interesting look, and as someone who has to wear, or doesn't have to, but chooses to wear a suit almost every day, like, it's making me think.
Like, there's something dangerous about the way the collar is cutting into his throat. Like, there's a sort of knife's edge vibe to it that's hot. But also, look at the tailoring of this jacket. Like, that is made to his body.
Yeah, I love it. This might be a printed for me.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think that's a safe choice. Okay, Richie Joe Espenilla for Vulture magazine, and we are going in a very different vibe. Talk me through it, Shane, while I just look at it.
So he's got some heavy eye makeup, and he's also pulling down his right eye with his finger. He's wearing a sleeveless top that appears to be ripped across his chest or has burn holes. It almost looks like a burned fabric.
Yeah.
He's got multiple bangles on, and I'll get there. I know what you're waiting for. He's got multiple bangles on, and then he's got jeans which are open at the fly, and just giving us a peekaboo of, I want to say, a panty. It could be a boxer brief, but it looks a little too frilly to be just a boxer brief, and it is hot pink.
And it is hot.
Yes, and it is hot.
Yeah, yes. The muscle tee is giving his arms so much shape and beauty. The promise of the panties, boxers, either way, it works, and it's such a slutty straight boy top energy photo. It's like this is the boy that invites you over and leads you to make bad choices, and you do not regret them at all. And he doesn't even have a sheet on his bed. And the other thing I will say about this photo, he looks like Heath Ledger. He looks so like Heath Ledger to me.
Oh my God. Wow. Yes. Wow. There are like 10 things I hate about you, Heath Ledger.
10 things I would do to you, Heath Ledger.
Yeah, this is absolutely beautiful. I love the promise of those arms, and I love the peekaboo happening down there. Where would you rank?
Promises.
I'm not quite sure where it goes. It's just such an interesting picture.
Yeah, it's a great picture. It's quite sexy. I think maybe it's a printed for me.
Yeah, I'll agree.
The vibe, the storytelling is immaculate.
Okay,
same photo
the
shoot.
Next one. I mean, you say he looks like Heath Ledger in the first one. This also looks like Heath Ledger. Am I right?
It does. Yeah.
I mean,
this whole photo shoot, it's crazy.
This is incredible. He's wearing no shirt, great, and he's wearing capri jeans, which again, very 90s, and I kind of love it.
Yeah.
And they are also open at the fly. Like this boy just doesn't know how to do up the button or the fly.
Poor boy, let me help you.
Poor boy, let me get behind you and show. And then he's wearing black socks and sneakers, which should not work, but it does.
It's
and he's sitting on a shag carpet.
Yeah,
it really is.
Ugly, mossy carpet. Are those like knockoff Skechers that he's wearing? There's like a picture frame leaning against the wall. There's what looks like a dog or a statue of a dog
A statue of a dog.
beside him, like a creepy dog. A
It just
reflection
looks
of
so
his knee in the
sad.
mirror. It's hot though.
Yeah. Oh, hot little sad boy. Let me do up your pants.
Hot little sad boy. I think it's a save it for me. What do you think?
Yeah, this is a save it. It's again like these are really interesting pictures, but I'm not
Yeah.
turned on by them as much as I am worried about him.
But you'd make bad decisions with him
God,
nonetheless.
yeah. Like I've been worried for guys that I've slept with, Andrew. I'm I'm a man living in this world.
It's a prerequisite for me. If I sleep with a man, I have to worry about him. Okay, we're nearing the end, and we have a whole bunch of photos from Interview magazine taken by Tyler Kohlhoff. First one here showing
Abba.
Connor against a red background wearing the tightest black shirt you ever did see, and only slightly less tight black trousers with a sort of, I don't know, like a sailor's button? Like, is it front flap buttons with
So
there's a lot
I'm
going
just
on
trying to
fashion-wise, and the
I'm
hair
trying to
is bouffant with a sort of mullet tail.
I'm trying to understand what the shirt is made of because it seems to be multiple fabrics and I can't zoom in
Hmm.
any further, but it has like a sheen to it and it
Yeah.
also has like a texture to it that looks a little rumpled, but like it was designed that way. I don't know. I love it. It seems like space skin, some kind of like alien skin on him, and it's
Right.
really
Could it be vinyl?
it could be vinyl. Could be vinyl, which means it's gonna flake everywhere. You can only wear the shirt once.
Yeah. Yeah. You cut this one off. You don't unbutton it.
That's right. Yeah. Beautiful picture. I think this is a like it for me.
Okay. Yeah. I agree with you. I do like it. Again, from Tyler Kohlhoff, a few of his photos are sort of low res, grungy, like Polaroid-ish
Porn vibe.
pictures.
Polaroid.
Porn
That's what.
vibes.
Yeah.
Yes. Porneroid. And I picked out this one because it is absolutely smutty.
Yeah.
White socks, white shirt, white shorts,
White
and he
shorts.
is lifting up the I guess it's a vest actually that he's wearing,
Yeah.
but he is lifting it up to show his belly.
This might be a lick it. I mean, this is enticing. This is asking you to do something about it.
Yeah. Here's the weird thing. If it's not a lick it, it's a save it. Like it's not a print it.
Yeah. I agree, actually.
It's like it's the story again that's really
You hide
making
this
it
under your
compelling.
mattress if you're printing it.
Yes. Or in the cushions of the self-same settee that he is lying on, which you would never wash. So should we say lick it?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what's going to happen to that, whether you print it or not.
Fair enough. Okay, two photos here. I picked the one that I like the most of the two, but then I picked another one because I know you'll want to see it. So first of all, here he is sitting gay in a chair, wearing a green military style sweater over a white shirt, and the military style sweater has tassels at the bottom, and he is wearing no trousers. I can't even tell you are they pants? Are they Speedos? What is
They're
happening? I don't know.
Speedos? I mean,
But it's giving
God,
legs.
it's giving legs, giving like Starfleet holiday. This is what you
It's
wear
the
to Risa.
beautiful. Yeah, it's the fact that he's fully covered up apart from his legs that
Yeah.
makes it sort of a tease, a beautiful tease. And the chair is so 70s. Plastic wicker chairs. Beautiful.
Oh,
Love
that
it.
chair. That was so uncomfortable though. And to sit in that
Yeah.
chair without pants means you're going to get up and have quite the pattern on your bare ass.
Tyler Kohlhoff really made Connor Storrie work for this, you know? The vinyl
Yeah.
shirt, the vinyl chair. And does he have a lollipop in his mouth?
I think so, yeah. Based on the second
think
picture.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, the second picture also gives away that he is wearing shorts. They're just really
Okay.
short shorts.
Short shorts. I think he looks so beautiful in this picture. I think it really, like the planes and shadows of his face are impeccable. I think it's a print it for me.
Yeah, this is a printed. This honestly could have been one of the SNL photos. Like, it has the same kind of composition style.
Yeah. except it's too sexy for SNL.
Except it's too sexy. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, print this. Print this and put it on my fridge.
Okay, will do. And then I had to
I
include this
say
one
that, and
because
I actually am going to show up at your place, and you're going to say, "Well, you said printed," so I printed all of them.
yeah, that's going to happen now, Shane. Unless you tell me not to, you're not going to tell me not to. I had to include the second
I just
photo,
scrolled
the
down
same.
further. Oh my god! You were right. You were right. This is my favorite.
Yeah. There's a kitty cat. He's not paying attention to the
Still
cat.
sitting
The cat's
gay,
not paying attention to him.
just like a cat.
Sitting
Where's
gay,
my cat? Oh, he's
showing
not.
thigh.
Ah,
And now you see the tassels on that. I love this military style sweater with the gay
with
tassels at the
tassels.
bottom.
Yeah. Which army are you a
Who
part
came
of?
up with that? Brilliant.
Drop and give me 50, slur. I love this. I can't lick it because we'd have to shoo the cat out of the picture. But this is definitely uh print it. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm letting you make the call because it's a cat photo. I put it there for you.
Thank you.
The final Tyler Kohlhoff photo, again from the sort of grainy, bleached out Polaroid collection. He's just wearing Adidas shorts, I think. Short
Yeah.
Adidas shorts. He's hair slicked back and so wet that it looks black. And he's just a hot boy lying on a lawn.
Yeah, soccer practice is done, and
Now
he's
you've
gonna
ruined it
hang out
for
with
me.
the guys.
No, I mean in a good way. Now the fantasy is complete.
Yeah.
He's just done playing soccer. Oh, and he just peeled his shirt off.
No.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Should we hit the showers? Should we not? What do
Yeah.
you want to do?
Yeah, shall we just go straight home and
Yeah, I don't know. Hang out?
God damn
Yeah.
boy.
I mean, that's a lick it.
Is it too slutty to lick it? Oh no, I'm dying.
No. This was made. We've just completely dehumanized him, by the way.
I'm so sorry, Connor Storrie. We still see your soul. We truly do.
But that's not what we're here for today.
We appreciate your talent.
All
Okay,
of
the
them.
last picture, Tyler Mitchell. This was taken for Vogue. And it's just a very sweet photo. I mean, the expression's not giving sweet, I suppose,
No.
but the sweater certainly is. And the hair.
Very understated for Vogue, gotta say.
Yeah,
So demure. He can really do it all.
he can do it all. This is his audition for Princess Diana. If the guy that does it for SNL UK ever moves on, you know?
Wow. I see it for him. This is a beautiful picture. He's very pretty. Me, it's a like it.
Yeah. And I do. Again, I think it's giving you another side, another dimension. But we all know which dimension we're most drawn to here.
Yeah. Yeah. I can tell you which is my favorite. It is the nude pens and like communist Russia propaganda picture. That is by far the most intriguing, the most sexual, just the hottest. God, that really does it.
I mean, I can't disagree that, as I said, this one is in the sitting room of my flat in a fancy frame, but it will be joined by this one. I just think
Mirando Frost over there.
I think the body is so good in this one, like the pose structure. Architecturally, this is man, and those green shorts are absolutely gorgeous, and the white socks. I think this is an incredible photo.
And then to round out the trifecta, it's got to be the post soccer F boy for me. That's like that rounds out the top three. Those three pictures are giving us everything that we want.
All the dimensions of the Connor Storrie. I will also give a shout out to this very like classical Michelangelo-esque picture. And also we have to talk about the tiny swim scarf.
The belt of Venus and the belt of Apollo, I believe you said.
Yeah.
Which is just perfect.
It's iconic. It's beautiful. He's iconic and he's beautiful.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed this experience, Shane, because we might have to keep doing it.
I loved it. I could talk about boys all day, apparently.
Yeah.
But I can't talk to them. I'm too scared.
Yeah, no, but for real though. Anyway, if you enjoyed this as much as we did, then you enjoyed it maybe slightly too much. So please click the like button down below and let us know in the comments who, other than Hudson Williams, would you like to see us break down in this debased and debauched way. Whose photo collection should we look at next? I can promise you, Hudson Williams, I know Hudson Williams fans are already going to be out there like, you did Connor Storrie and you didn't do Hudson Williams simultaneously at the same time.
We just did
We'll get to
41
him
pictures.
next.
I can barely
Honestly.
talk anymore.
It's so late now. So I have to go look at my printed out pictures now and tuck a couple under the pillow so I can dream.
Yeah. Just get a couple licks in, you know?
Yeah, I don't know that licking photos is actually something I want to do, but maybe it's once it's behind glass.
But I will do it. Damn it. Yeah.
I'll do it. There's a lot of things I don't know that I want to do that I will do. That's our culture. No. It's late. Anyway.
If you like this.
Again, like, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Until next time, kiss, kiss.
Bang, bang.
If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button and subscribe to this channel. You can follow Kiss Kiss Bang Bang on Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, and Letterboxd at KKBBpod, or email us at kisskissbangbangpod@gmail.com.
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is recorded in Toronto on the traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabeg, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples.